Hey guys, Social Turtle here, and we have some pretty decent music at the background from some nightclub and APB Reloaded, but this is a guide kind of overview on how to get easy money as an enforcer, because a lot of you guys were asking for that, and that was my non-enforcer account, but this is my enforcer account. I don't feel the need of buying clothes because I could really care less how I look. A lot of you guys commented on my first guide about how my criminal guy looks kind of bad, but whatever. I mean, I like him, but I decided to go with the normal look on this one because you guys are rude. Not really, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I could really care less what I look like. So the main reason I don't play as enforcer is because enforcers don't have too many options with getting money. Like, they don't have different options on getting money. There's only like 2 options really on how they can do that, like, efficiently. There's either you play missions, you go to the fight club. Those are the 2 main ones, and then I mean you can just like look around for random cars and turn them into the shop or chop shop, or look for people who were following my money guy for criminals, which is just like looking for people who are ram raiding and stuff like that and witness them. But I feel like the 2 most effective ways would be the fight club and the mission stuff. Now the reason I'm talking about missions in this guide and not my criminal guide is because that was a Sky message. With a criminal and notoriety, I don't know if I said that right, but you guys had a really bad time with that. I think it's notoriety, whatever. Notoriety 4, you get 1.5 times the base reward amount. So that means your multiplier will be 1.5. As an enforcer at Prestige 4, you get 1.8 times the base reward amount. So that's 0.3 times more, which can add up a lot. Just for doing standard things like missions or pretty much anything really. So I definitely recommend getting to notoriety, yeah, 4, and that should get you the way there. So yeah, stay tuned for this guide, and hopefully it will help you guys understand what to do on being an enforcer trying to get money. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So when you first create an enforcer character, you start out somewhere. I think this is a main lady as well, but I'm not completely sure. I do know that you can buy a lot of guns from the different contacts around for enforcers. So in the map right now I have Chung-hee, yeah, and then I have Eva Orlandez. And I don't really play on enforcers, so probably if you're like up there and just looking for a way to do this, there'd be a lot more ways you can go to people who have things to buy. But for right now, stick with the main people, just in case people who are watching this are just starting out the game again. But yeah, so pretty much when you go to a contact, you press F or whatever your button is, and then you want to pledge to them so that whatever you do will level them up, or pledge whoever you want, like see what you have that they have, or see what you want to have that is locked, which is this red stuff right here. And if you pledge to them, when you level up, you will get this stuff like that. So that's pretty much that. So you can kind of see she doesn't sell guns too much, but you can still buy guns here. So there's a lot of guns here that you have to do missions for. That was my cat. So there's a lot of new guns in the game ever since I stopped playing, like a couple months or last year actually. The main gun I like to use is the JG840 or the JG1140, I think is the name. They're like really good shotguns, and I just used to use them a lot. If you don't use that, you could use a submachine gun. They do have some snipers somewhere that I don't ever use on an enforcer account, but I do see a lot of enforcers using LMGs whenever I'm on a criminal account, so LMGs might be good. Just pick whatever you like, what you're used to, I guess. You know, if you play games that you enjoy using a shotgun and you know how to like get close up to a guy, because obviously shotguns don't work on far range. But the main thing that's cool about cops is that you can get a less than lethal weapon, which is pretty much like a stun stick, or a stun gun, or a taser, stuff like that. So with these, you can stun a guy, they won't be able to do as much, and then in the end, you can actually arrest them or stun them so that they can't do anything for a while, or you can just arrest them and you'll get points for that in the mission. So I've never had too many problems with these type of guns. They are pretty cool. I just think they're kind of OP with criminals, but I mean, I guess that's kind of the point of being a criminal. You're not as good as a cop because the cops have more stuff. So pretty much, yeah. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is criminals have good guns, but cops have another advantage where they can just kind of stop you from using the gun. So yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much that. So now we'll get into missions and explain how these will help you in future situations. So right now I got the default card just to show people who just got the game that this still kind of works. Now this is a pretty slow car. It's one of the slowest cars in the game if you don't have a truck. Well, yeah, slowest car pretty much, not the slowest truck. But it does the job. You know, you can alert people that you're there, your siren, and you can get places pretty quickly. But I do recommend once you get a decent amount, you can go to the marketplace in the social district and get a faster car for like 20 to 30k. Right now I'm at 26 and I've only been doing this for about an hour or two. Not really, probably like 4 hours max on this account that I've actually been trying to get money. But pretty much it's just by doing missions over and over again. And that guy does not know how to drive. But that's one of a fast car that you can get for a cop, and it does the same thing. As you see, this truck is a lot slower and he can't catch up. There's a lot of different shortcuts you can take when you're trying to get to a mission. I normally play in Waterfront, but there's definitely a lot more shortcuts in Financial because it's all just like a big city, not just open roads and stuff like that. I like Waterfront because I usually snipe or use assault rifles, so I have more open range. I don't have to go close up to a guy. But if you're playing in Financial, I definitely recommend using a shotgun or a submachine gun just because you're close range and you can probably hit shots with that a lot easier than like a sniper rifle in close combat. So yeah, pretty much I'm not going to get into a mission in this episode or this video just because barely anyone's on right now. There's only like 6 criminals, so a lot of criminals go into low population servers to ram raid, which is when you can find them and take them over or witness them by pressing, I think it's Alt is witness for the default controls. So if you guys want to, if you see people using a truck like this or a van and you see them like ram raiding, they have a certain amount of time until they're clean, so that it can't be witnessed. But there's a few seconds where you can witness them, and if you do that, be ready to shoot at them and take their stuff and go to where your mission tells you to. The servers have gotten a lot worse. As you see, there's a lot of lag. It's not just me, it's like the server itself. But for people who still play this game, I do sometimes with my friends, but yeah, this definitely helps me out a lot. As you see, I've gotten like 26k, so all you gotta do is just get into a mission. I recommend joining a pretty populated server if you're trying to get into missions that will work. So there's some population. Yeah, I don't know what type of like servers you guys play in, because I play in Joker, which is the US East. But if you join Colby, I know that Colby has a lot of noobs actually on their servers, so you can catch people ram raiding there and get into missions, and you'll usually win if you're decent at the game. You don't have to be really good. But you know, if you're silver, you can just join Financial or the populated Waterfront ones and get into missions there. If not, you can go to the Fight Club and you get like 1 to 2k really just for being on the winning team, and if not, you'll get like 500 bucks just for losing. So if you sit on there for your free rounds, you know, you'll be able to buy that new gun, new car, whatever you wanted. But yeah, there's not much I can say about this really, but yeah. So pretty much the main thing is Alt to witness people who are doing bad things. They have to be criminals. Find cars that are stolen and take them to your chop shop. That happens sometimes, but it's always just easy to get quick bucks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this answered a few questions. I can go more in depth later, but I have to play on the Enforcer a little bit more to understand how everything works. I used to play on here a lot, but Criminal's just so much easier to get money from. But I mean, Enforcers have a higher multiplier. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, alright, bye.